Hey guys, welcome back. It's Wydek here again. And this time I got the finals here of the Kaspersky Arena 2013 August edition. This time spawning on Gwangali Beach. And the two players here spawning in the in the bottom left as the blue Zerg, we've got Team Acer's Nerchio. And in the top right, spawning as the red Zerg, we've got Team Liquid's TLO. And if you're not that familiar with this tournament, the Kaspersky Arena is basically a monthly tournament consisting mostly of German players with a small prize pool of about 1,000 euros. And in this August edition, in the finals, like I said before, we've got TLO versus the Polish player Nerchio. Now, TLO is a little bit more famous than Nerchio. TLO has done successful in pro tournaments before. And he's known for his little eccentric, funky builds. So let's see if he's going to pull out some innovative builds to help him get the upper hand over Nerchio. Nerchio's getting the early spawning pool. TLO still does not have a structure up. He's going for hatchery first, and he's going to plant that down right at his natural. Nerchio, on the other hand, is getting ready to send 6 Zerglings across the map. TLO has to prepare for this. I'm not sure if he's going to be ready. He still has not put down the spawning pool. His hatchery is going to take another minute or so before it completes. The spawning pool is finally going down for TLO, but he's going to be way behind the 8 ball. The Zerglings are already across Nerchio's ramp, and they're going to dart towards TLO's base. And the way that the Zerglings were sent is very wise by Nerchio. Is actually going around the map, or at least around the Overlords. Both Overlords do not spout the incoming Zerglings, and this hatchery is going to be under attack. It's not even going to morph in before it's under attack. The spawning pool is still a few seconds away. Nerchio going with the aggressive Zergling rush. And now TLO has to make a crucial decision whether or not to cancel the hatchery, because half its life has already been picked off. TLO is going to let it fit. No, TLO cancels at the last moment in time. Great micro by TLO, and now he's getting his own Zerglings, but he has no queens, and he has no static defense, and now these 8 Zerglings are going to run amok in the mineral line. All the drones are being picked off. The drones are going to try to focus down on these Zerglings. TLO Zerglings are finally out of their eggs, able to do some damage to Nerchio, but look at the resources lost. And all the while, even though TLO has repelled this attack, Nerchio's hatchery at his expansion is almost complete. Going to pick off another drone at the natural. Nerchio's lone Zergling going up the ramp with 2 life. The queen's going to be able to pick this off. So TLO was able to fend off the attack, and the supplies are even, but Nerchio does have a huge advantage. He's building his Dragon Crawler back at his base, and he does have his natural expansion up, and he's getting more queens out. TLO is going to go for the counterattack with the 6 Zerglings. Nerchio's not letting TLO have enough time to think of a strategy. He's just going to keep pushing. And he knows a counterattack is coming. The queen's coming down the ramp. And with Zerglings and that range from the queen, Nerchio's going to be easily able to repel this counterattack from TLO, and now TLO is left without a lot of answers. He knows he's behind. He felt like he had to do a lot of damage. He's going for Zergling speed, and this might give him a little bit of an advantage, as Nerchio does not have Zergling speed. And now the resources or the supplies have really diverged. Nerchio has built a small supply advantage over TLO. TLO is just trying to recollect his thoughts. Once he gets Zergling speed, I think TLO is going to try and make something happen here. Unfortunately for him, there are the queens and the spine crawlers, and with all the Zerglings blocking the ramp, all TLO can really do is try to harass the mineral line. of the natural of Nerchio's, but I don't think this is going to be very successful. TLO is really behind. Zergling speed kicks in. He's going to wait for this big batch of reinforcements in the back. And Nerchio's Zergling was picked off, but he's able to immediately detect the Zergling speed, and now Nerchio's going to try to block off with 2 evolution chambers. This drone is going to go down. This Spinecrawler is getting lots of work in action. Another drone goes down. This Spinecrawler has really paid for itself, already has 4 kills. The Zerglings are harassing all of Nerchio's drones behind the line, but the Queens are just firing spines uncontested. Going to try to run up the ramp. TLO was very intelligent. Now he's into the main. He's able to harass the drones in the main. Great move by TLO. He was able to bait the Zerglings out of Nerchio's ramp and then run up the ramp with Zergling speed. But unfortunately, now his Zerglings are cornered. They don't have a lot of life. And with 2 spine crawlers just waiting at the ramp, this queen, and full saturation on 2 bases, TL is really behind still. He's trying to get his 3rd up here. These 5 Zerglings are going to be destroyed. And the counterattack coming in from slow Zerglings Nerchio. And actually, he's not going to go to the natural. He's going to opt to check out if there is a 3rd. Great intuition by Nerchio. Sees the 3rd being under construction. Now the Zerglings are going to go to town on that. And TLO does not have any forces to be able to deal with this. He's going to be constructing a Baneling nest. Cancels his 3rd, but without any Zerglings in either base, he's going to try and block off his natural. He's got 2 evolution chambers. He's going to put the queen in front, but the evolution chambers are being focus fired on, and the evolution chamber is canceled, and it looks like it's going to be GG. I don't think TLO can do anything from this point. He's just too far behind. TLO is fighting as hard as he can. He's got the supplies even. And the Baneling nest is almost finished, so maybe GG would be a little premature. And TLO is now sending a streak of Zerglings back into Nerchio's natural. This will be interesting, but unfortunately with the Roach Warren and the Evolution Chamber in front, there's really nothing that TLO can do. He's going to be morphing Banelings just outside of Nerchio's base. Unfortunately, TL does not have that much gas, so he's only going to be morphing in 6 Banelings here. He might need a lot more to do this Baneling bust, and there's actually a whole bunch of Roaches right behind, and Roaches do very well against Banelings. The Banelings are going to try to get decent connections here. Are they able to take out the Zerglings? No. Actually going for the drone line. Does lots of damage to the drone line. Unfortunately, all the Banelings are not able to do very much. And now the supplies are 60% in favor of Nerchio. Now he's just going to march those Roaches into TL's natural. TL is trying to recollect himself. He's trying to think, what can I do? He's morphing in his own Roach Warren. Unfortunately, he's too far behind. I don't think he's going to be able to fend off this attack. He only has Zerglings and a Queen. No Spine Crawlers and no Roaches of his own. And these slow Roaches, they don't have speed, are going to actually go to the 3rd of TLOs. And they're going to be able to do a lot of damage to his morphing in hatchery. Is TLO going to let this hatchery finish? Yes. And unfortunately, there goes 300 minerals. And this counterattack by a few Zerglings at the natural of Nerchio is not going to do anything. TLO's attack is immediately thwarted. And now the big bunch of Roaches are going to walk in here onto this concert stage. Don't you love this screen? It's got Starcraft 1 on it. Great touch by the map makers. And if you got 10 Roaches on 4, that's not a very good deal if you're the one with 4 Roaches. And TL has the GG. So, TL did not go for the scout. Neither did Nerchio. Nerchio just instinctively went for a very early spawning pool. Was going to put pressure on TL right from the beginning. TL went for the 15 hatchery, and at that point in time, the game was already going to be in Nerchio's favor. Nerchio did significant damage, and TL was not able to get the momentum back. So, hopefully we'll see a little bit of a longer game in Game 2, and let's see if TLO can recover.